Hassan.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Chair and Ranking Member, for this hearing. And Commissioner, it's great to see you. And I want to congratulate you on your recent confirmation, and thank you for testifying today. Mr. Werfel, before turning to my questions, I want to highlight the importance of remote notarizations for consumers and small businesses, something I just heard about from some constituents last night. As Commissioner, I encourage you to look closely at permanently extending the IRS's common sense policy that makes it easier for families and businesses to use secure remote notarization for tax paperwork. Now on to my questions. Recent reporting has shown how emerging artificial intelligence technologies such as ChatGPT could be used to scam taxpayers by impersonating IRS employees. These AI tools could be used to quickly generate many well-composed, convincing messages that trick taxpayers into providing scammers with personal financial information. For example, one cybersecurity expert used ChatGPT to easily generate a scam message on the employee retention credit that requested sensitive personal information such as social security numbers. So how do you expect AI tools to change how the IRS protects taxpayers from scams? Are the IRS's current anti-fraud programs well suited to help combat scams that use emerging AI technologies?
It's a great question, Senator, and we do have embedded in our operations tools, forensic tools, fraud detection, data and analytics that are have been strengthened over time. And I find as I arrive at the IRS it to be in very good shape in terms of our understanding of the portfolio of fraud that's out there and how we detect it, but we have more work to do. And in particular, this is fast moving. Yeah. You know, this is like this, there's this concept of Moore's Law in terms of how exponential these things move. This is why the Inflation Reduction Act funds are so important. Right. I mean, it's the difference between us being under-resourced and allowing these scams and AI and these emerging solutions to outpace us, or the ability for us to keep pace.
Okay, well, and I would look forward to continuing the conversation with you about ways we can make sure that you are all in a position where you can deal with evolving threats.
Absolutely.
The National Taxpayer Advocate has called paper tax returns the IRS's kryptonite. Many of the frustrating IRS issues faced by my constituents are because of the backlog of unprocessed paper returns. The issues range from families who are struggling to get their refunds to small businesses waiting for employee retention tax credit payments. How does the IRS plan to improve processing of paper returns, and how will you help our constituents stuck in the backlog?
Yeah, so a couple of things. First, scanning is a critical part of this, and we have really started to scale our investment in scanning solutions. We're scanning hundreds of thousands of paper forms now, and that just makes the entire processing much quicker. And I anticipate this, we're getting better and better at it week by week, and I think we're going to start to be able to do a lot more scanning, especially next tax filing season, but right now to deal with our backlog today. The second thing, and I mentioned this to Senator Warner, with the end of tax filing season, we need to start redeploying some of the people that have been on the phones, move them to the paper processing. This is just good seasonal adjustments of workforce, and I anticipate that we're going to make substantial progress on some of the paper backlog as a result of just resetting where the employees sit. But there's other things that we can go into, and again, I go back to the fact that we have to make a decision in terms of what we want from the IRS.
Right.
If we're funded at a steady level or cut, then all we can do is maintain our current operation. We have to make investments to deal with this the complexity of what we see today.
Okay. Well, thank you. And I have a bipartisan proposal that would use barcodes to make paper returns easier to process, and I hope you'll look into that. One last thing before my time runs. A recent report found that innovative partnerships between nurses and tax professionals can help first-time mothers fully access the tax benefits available to families. For example, through the Nurse Family Partnership, nurses have helped connect new mothers to tax filing information and tools which can help moms get benefits such as the child tax credit. How does the IRS support new mothers in accessing tax benefits, and how do you think the IRS can best promote these kinds of innovative partnerships?
I love the idea of partnering with HHS, the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, to do more to figure out how we can support these types of individuals. It goes back to this significant priority of improved customer service, meeting taxpayers where they are, making sure, A, they understand what they're eligible for, but some taxpayers need more help than others.
Yeah.
And if you're a new mother, if you're struggling financially in another situation, I want the IRS to have a better understanding of that portfolio of different taxpayer situations and then better strategies for how to reach them. I think we can work with other federal agencies to do it.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chair.